Hello everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm currently at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. Today I will be sharing from a new book, which is this book, Compassion Conquers All, by my Guru, His Eminence the 25th Sam Tulku Rinpoche. So this is a teaching on the 8 verses of mind transformation. And as most of the books, as all the books, they will actually have a foreword by all the eminent lamas, which this book has from the Abbot Geshe Dakpa Tenzin of Shadzé Ladrang, sorry. And let me show you the picture. There you go. This is a picture of the abbot, and it's all in Tibetan, which I'm not able to read. And there is another foreword by His Eminence Khenso Rinpoche, Abbot Emeritus of Ganden Shadzé Monastery, and this is in English. So it says, here we have a teacher with a remarkable ability to, having absorbed the traditional Tibetan Buddhist teachings thoroughly, presents them in a way that speaks directly to the hearts of people across cultures, backgrounds, cities, and religions. Sam Rinpoche shows us in a profound, powerful, yet accessible, humorous, and even playful way that compassion and loving kindness are a most natural part of us. For a modern audience, this is just what is needed to enlighten the mind. His own personal dedication towards putting compassion into action through his continued works with monastic communities and individuals around the world lends much weight to the qualities he always teaches and encourages in his own students. The book contains Sam Rinpoche's teachings on the 8 verses of thought transformation. They are the heart essence of Lord Buddha's teachings on compassion, condensed into 8 beautifully moving verses that cover the path from developing compassion to ultimate wisdom. From their simplicity unfold profound methods and qualities. Within their beauty lies the true meaning of spiritual practice and the secret of enlightenment. These teachings lead us to a way of life that revolves entirely about compassion, in the beginning, the middle, and the end. This is most perfectly reflected in the deeply compassionate living examples of true gurus such as Sam Rinpoche. May everyone reading this book find lasting happiness, awakening their innate, everlasting, compassionate nature, the very key to liberation itself. So with that, I will go to share with you a picture of the Buddha. So while I'm doing the sharing from this book, you can enjoy the picture of the Buddha, and see the serenity there. So, right now, this is a verse the verse by His Eminence Sam Rinpoche, which is a prayer for travelers in this world. The title is Happy Suffering. This is on page 13. Wherever I go or don't go, everything I do can become Dharma, because I do it with a Dharma motivation. Dharma motivation arises from compassion. Compassion arises from seeing so many beings suffer so much, not knowing why, not knowing what to do. To liberate the precious beings in the hells created by hatred, sufferings, unbearable pain, I go on this journey. To liberate the precious hungry ghosts, suffering the bottomless hunger and thirst of miserliness, I go on this journey. To liberate the precious animals suffering helplessly and speechlessly, I go on this journey. To liberate the precious human beings suffering from endless unfulfilled desire, bleeding on the battlefields of birth and death, soon reaping the bitter harvest of greed and anger, I go on this journey. To liberate the demigods raging with the sufferings of jealousy, and the long-life gods blinded with the sufferings of pride, I go on this journey. For all who cannot join me, I go on this journey. For those who have never even heard of the word Dharma, I go on this journey because I care and cannot bear to see their pain any longer. To connect them with the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I rejoice in any difficulties and problems and absorb them for the benefit of all. Not that I want, I will do, but what they need. I pray to my most holy Guru, who is one with my Yidam and protector, who took this journey before alone and with so much more hardship than me. Please send me hunger and thirst, pain and exhaustion, sickness and poverty, abuse and loneliness, and may I purify the hurts and harms and difficulties of all mother beings and myself by absorbing and enduring them happily. In this way, sufferings become joy, and every part of the journey, happiness. That's a very beautiful aspiration that we all should emulate. So now I go into the first chapter, Introduction, page 17. Even a simple prayer. Dharma. Dharma teaches us the ultimate method, the ultimate way of release from samsara. When you receive the Dharma teachings, when you receive the method and you practice it, you will be able to free yourself from sufferings. Just like a small seed planted in the ground can grow into a very large and very wonderful tree, providing fruit for many beings for a long time. Even a simple prayer invoking the blessings of the three jewels can bring tremendous results. May all the great teachers and masters of all the religious traditions in the world, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, Judaism, Buddhism, all the great masters and their disciples have long life, excellent health and happiness. May their houses of prayer and their good teachings grow and be able to benefit others. We also dedicate that His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet and all the great masters of the four lineages and their students have long life, health and excellence. May their precious enlightened prayers come to fruition. The teaching that I have honored to give all of you, and I rejoice that you are able to receive, is called the 8 verses of mind transformation, the 8 verses of thought transformation, the 8 verses of mind change, whatever you like to call it, because there is no standard English translation. But it is 8 verses or 8 methods that we should follow as guidelines in our life to transform our mind, to become a person that is highly good for society and for the world. Before we actually learn about the 8 verses of mind transformation, I would like to talk a little bit about motivation, independence on the 8 worldly concerns. That is very, very important. The 8 worldly concerns and how they would affect my motivation, how the motivation will affect the action and its result. Receptivity. It is the tradition of all Dharma talks before the Dharma talks starts that the teacher and the ones being taught should have a superior motivation. The one that is teaching should have received the transmission of the teachings, and the lineage should have studied thoroughly what has been taught and practice it. I do not fit that qualification, but I will act like I do, so you play along with the act. We should have the transmission and we should be practicing it. And the motivation for teaching is to give you knowledge and the methods to become a fully enlightened being. That is from the side of the teacher. From the side of the student, one should be free from the three faults as explained in the Lamrim, symbolized by the three cups. The first cup having holes, the second cup having the dirt and defilements inside, the third cup being turned upside down. Dharma is very holy. It is very, very important. It is not entertainment. It is not something to be done when we are happy. It is not something to be done when we have time. It is not to be done only when we are in a good mood. Dharma is something to be practiced 24 hours a day, constantly, vigilantly. Then you will get results. So we should be free of the first fault, which is a cup having holes, which is not retaining, contemplating, thinking about, practicing the Dharma through a period of time. If we practice Dharma through a period of time, there will be results. Absolutely, there will be results. And there is living proof of many people who have results. We should be free of the second fault, which is the cup that is contaminated. So that means that receiving the Dharma should be received with a completely positive and good motivation. And the motivation is, on the lower scope, to be free from the three lower realms. On the medium scope, to be free from the lower realms and to have compassion for others. And on the higher scope, you wish to receive Dharma solely for the sake of others, that you may become a fully enlightened Buddha to benefit others. Although all the three scopes makes you qualified to receive the Dharma, we will naturally develop the highest scope. That will be the most beneficial. Any other motivation, I will attend a Dharma class to receive methods to gain wealth, merits, so I can change my luck and become rich, meet a girlfriend, would be like a cup with defilements. When you pour something good into it, it is still unusable. The third cup is the cup that is upside down. To sit in a Dharma talk without an open mind, with your ears closed, falling asleep, bored and not wanting to accept, and just sitting there like it's a social event, and then whatever is said, whatever is not said. It's like a cup upside down. Whatever you pour into the cup, naturally it cannot retain it. So we should be free of the three faults, as symbolized by the three cups. This is very important. Authenticity. We cannot just listen to make up Dharma talks. It will be of no benefit. So the authenticity of the teaching must be revealed, and then the person giving it to you must have the lineage himself or herself. Without that, you will not receive any transmission or blessings. The original teachings on the 8 verses of thought transformation originated from Buddha Shakyamuni himself. Buddha Shakyamuni initially developed bodhicitta and acquired the merits of both profound insights and great deeds for 3 countless aeons, finally achieving great awakening. Lineage blessings. After Buddha Shakyamuni became enlightened, he gave the teachings on compassion to his disciples, which were then passed down to the great Indian Buddhist Panditas, Arya Asanga and Nagarjuna, and from them to highly enlightened beings, such as the great Shantideva. Shantideva was the one who actually emphasized, reiterated, and expanded on the talks of compassion by the Buddha. And he put it into words that were easier for us to understand. The teachings on thought transformation arose from this text called Bodhicharya Vatara, which is development of bodhicitta, great compassion. Shantideva was the one who made the practice of bodhicitta very, very famous. After that, it came to the great Lama Selingpa, who was the root guru of Atisha. Atisha came from India and later went to Tibet, and spread the Dharma all over Tibet to countless disciples. The mind training teachings he passed down only to his main disciple, a layman who was one of the previous incarnations of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, the great Je Dromtonpa. Dromtonpa in turn practiced and achieved this teaching and passed it down chiefly to the monks Geshe Potowa, Geshe Sharava, and Geshe Langrik Tangpa. Geshe Langrik Tangpa. So Geshe Langrik Tangpa received the teachings from Dromtonpa directly. He thought it was very profound and felt it would be a tremendous loss if they were not preserved. These teachings were profound, yet simple, and until then not practiced publicly, but only passed down to a few very qualified disciples. Before the great Geshe Langrik Tangpa passed away, he wrote it down for the first time. Before Geshe Langrik Tangpa, it was always given orally, never written down. There was no text. So Geshe Langrik Tangpa, out of great compassion, decided that the teaching must not be lost and wrote it down. Years later, after he passed away, one great master called Geshe Chekawa found a piece of scripture, one verse of teaching that said, "May I accept unjust loss and offer the victory to others." Geshe Chekawa was very intrigued, moved, and touched by this statement, because this statement represents the essence and complete embodiment of all Buddha's teachings. This sentence contains all of Buddha's intent and all of Buddha's teachings in one line. May I accept unjust loss and offer the victory to others. Determined to meet the author of the text, Geshe Chekawa went all over looking for him. When he came to one of the students of Geshe Langrik Tangpa, he found out that the master has passed away. In a small town near Lhasa, he met another master called Geshe Sharava, who was practicing the mind training teachings. He received more and more teachings from him, and Geshe Chekawa started to teach it openly to others, openly in public teachings like now. From Geshe Chekawa down a line of teachers, these teachings were passed on until they reached the great king of Dharma, Je Tsongkhapa. From Lama Tsongkhapa to his disciples such as Kendrup Rinpoche, Gyaltsab Rinpoche, this was passed down a long line of lamas to His Holiness Pabongka Rinpoche, to His Holiness Trijang and Ling Rinpoche, and down to His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. I received these teachings, the transmission, blessing, and commentary in Washington, New Jersey in 1979. I was 13 years old at that time, but I remember it very clearly. His Holiness was sitting on a throne in the mountains. There was a beautiful butterfly circling him through the whole time. And there were rainbow in the sky for a week. I saw it myself, hovering over His Holiness giving this talk. And that was the first time that I had the honor and great fortune to see his golden face. And this was the first teaching I ever received from His Holiness. I was very moved, and I was in tears for many hours while His Holiness was teaching this. I was in tears because I knew what it contained was the truth. It moved me, it touched me, and I wanted to practice it. I don't know if I am actually practicing it well or not, but I made a strong determination and prayer in front of His Holiness at that time that I will be able to practice this. So today I pass the teachings down to all of you. Although I'm not qualified, His Holiness is qualified. So I invoke His blessings, and I invoke His grace that all of you may be able to learn, understand, and practice these holy teachings. So that was the introduction to this book, Compassion Conquers All. And if you can, you should actually get one and to read it over and over again so that you may truly understand and to put it into practice what this book contains. And it is really a powerful teaching, and it contains the whole essence of Buddha Shakyamuni's teachings, and it is what will propel us towards enlightenment. So I would strongly recommend that you get this book, and you can do that online through vrajasecrets.com. And with that, I will end this sharing session for today. I will continue on in the next session, reading and sharing from the book, this really good book by my guru, His Eminence, the 25th Samtuku Rinpoche. And for now, I would like to go on to share on some activities that will be carried out in Kechara Forest Retreat that will be upcoming, and this is one of it. And this is event, the Ulambana, which will take place on the 10th of August 2019 on a Saturday. It's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Kechara Forest Retreat. It starts at 9 a.m. with the opening speech and Dharma sharing. At 9:30 a.m. there's the Grand Ulambana Genze Puja, which is good for good fortune, long life, and collecting merits. Then at 12:15 p.m. there's the free vegetarian lunch. At 2 p.m. there's the Grand Ulambana Trakze Puja, which is for protection and blessings. And at 5 p.m. the event ends. And there are several packages that you are able to sponsor so that you may be able to dedicate the merits towards remembrance of your dearly departed, or even as gratefulness for those who are around you. So the package starts from $20 and it goes up to the grand sponsor, which is $6,888. And these merits, you can actually sponsor within your own means and whatever that you're comfortable with, but I would recommend that you do some sponsorship that you're able to dedicate the merits, because all of us do need the merits, and especially for the departed ones, that they are able to continue receiving the merits for their their lives that they are in now. So this will be this event will be at Kechara Forest Retreat, Jalan Chamang, Bentong, Malaysia. And there are a couple of numbers that you can call for further inquiry, which is 609-221-5600 or 603-7803-3908. Or you can send a WhatsApp message at 6012-987-3908. And you can also email to care@kechara.com. And we have a website, vrajasecrets.com, which you can actually do the sponsorship online wherever you may be, whether you're traveling or you stay in foreign countries, or even at separate states, so that you do not have to physically come here to make the payment, and you can do the sponsorship, and the prayers will be carried out in dedication according to what you wish. So this is the events that will be upcoming, and I do hope that you allocate the time to, if possible, to join us for this event. It's on 10th August 2019. There's another event that will be carried out on this Saturday, which is the 3rd of August at Kechara Forest Retreat, and this is what we call the Spiritual Saturday. It's from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. It's at 9 a.m. where we will, the those who are participating will help to write Ulambana tablets and mantra stones. And at 11 a.m. there will be an introductory Feldenkrais for beginners. Okay, I do not know what that is, so if you are curious, join us so that you will be able to find out for yourself. And then at 12:30 p.m. there's the lunch time, and at 2:30 the event ends. So if you are interested and if you are curious about what Feldenkrais for beginners is, do join us. So RSVP your place and your meal by contacting this number through WhatsApp at 6017-965-9484, or you can email to retreat@kachara.com. And this is what we have for this coming Saturday. If you are not able to join us for this Saturday, there are other Saturdays to consider, which you can actually visit this website bit.ly/2 capital Z 5 L capital D 5K, and there's a list of events on the Saturday, the spiritual Saturdays that's listed there, that you can actually consider joining us then. So thank you for sharing your time with me, and I will end this session with a completion dedication in Tibetan. Jangjo Senjo Rinpoche, Mage Panam Geshi, Gepanam Pame Payang, Goni Gondu Pewashu, Toni Toa Rinpoche, Mage Panam Geshi, Gepanam Pame Payang, Goni Gondu Pewashu, Daso Jini Sapagi Wadi, Dandandro Waguna Gapan, Japan Jesun Losan Trapai, Tamping Niporindu Sase, Gewa Kuntu Yandala Madan, Rami Jogi Panalon Jojing, Sadam Langi Yoterazone, Doje Shangi Opangatusu, Gewa Di Yududa, Lamasang Yudruyune, Drawa Chikia Malupa, De Salago Basho, Joki Gabu Sungapa, Josuna Papewala, Geki Samasiwada, Tunki Malu Sangwadang, Dadam Sungi Dusunda, Drewa Songi Latini, Gewa Losantrapai, Tampayu Riva, Gyushi, Ni Modele Sindele, Ni Mingunyandele, Nisinta to Dele Pel, Kunchusungi Jigilo, Kunchusungi Ngoduso, Kunchusungi Trasi, Sho, Jesonama Kusan Rapting Ching, Namka Trini Chocho Ke Padang, Losam Tempe Dromi Subsungi, Drawing Musatatuni, Gyushi. Dawe rawe kowe shingam dem bendan dewa mali ne jaran zik wan ten sing get soy shape shiri baru deng yu shi home tompe ngodro malupa den den dala sao du so kodan den palong shot nam ge ba so shik shuk den sao. Well, as mentioned previously before, there's always some noise around because we are a living community, and as people are around, there's bound to be noises. So there's many activities going on here. So thank you again, and I hope to see you in my next session.